Hello, and welcome to Silicon Valley Girls Chat Over Tea. I'm Gloria,
And I'm Rosetta.
and as we always do, we want to acknowledge and we want to request that everyone will feel love, compassion for one another. We want to show this love and compassion, and we hope you'll be love and kind as you watch us on our video today.
Thank you so much. Thanks for reminding us every week. And for those of you returning, thank you for your support. If you're new, thank you again for joining. And we just want to say that if you like our videos, please hit the thumb icon. And for new chat viewers, we would love for you to subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of our chats. And we're going to go straight into the tea that we're drinking today. And it's organic India. And it's called Tulsi Peach Raspberry. I'm going to let Gloria read it because I don't have my glasses kind of small.
Yes. So the ingredients are a proprietary blend, which is organic Tulsi holy basil blend of holy basil and East Indian basil. That's the combination. Organic hibiscus, organic elderberry, organic raspberry, and organic peach flavor. That's it. We love simplicity.
And we like this brand a lot, and you see us drinking it a lot, different flavors. We like to open up the packet and smell the tea bag, and it smells amazing.
Yes.
We've had it seeping, so go ahead and give it a drink. I'm going to smell it first. Lovely. I love it. Cheers. Very good.
Very, very, very good. So, as we begin our chats, we always send our thoughts and prayers out to the entire human race. And that includes our babies, the animals. I heard some great news. Because of COVID and the lack of traffic, we got lots of new babies at the Oakland Zoo.
Oh, I love that.
Even though we went through some very tragic times, we have lots of new beginnings. So if we could all just come from a space of I am and love, be the love, be the compassion that you want to see in the world, I think we'll be in better shape.
Yes, we will. Thank you.
Better shape. So let's just have some fun. Did you watch the Met Gala? Did you watch the pre, I don't know what they call that, where they show the pre-events where they
the kind of interviews and
right,
everything,
where
the pre-show.
Yeah, where they talked about, well, this person I think is going to be wearing this. They don't really know because Anna Wintour, girlfriend, keeps everything on the lockdown. She's serious about this. And this year it was to celebrate the extraordinary design work and the legacy of Karl Lagerfeld.
Yep, and the event was called Karl Lagerfeld, A Line of Beauty.
Yes.
Now, I don't really know him. I'm just regular Joe Schmo. I don't know who he is because I'm not in that designer world. But apparently all the celebrities know who he is.
I don't want to say the wrong thing. I think, I know he's couture fashion. I just can't remember if he's Chanel couture or, because everyone kept saying, oh, of course, that's Chanel. Whatever they had on, they say, oh, that's, and the reason that they were wearing it was to symbolize his creativity.
They had Chanel on the runway. They had Tom Ford.
Yes.
Gucci, Versace, some other names that I don't remember because I never heard of them.
Yes, they even had Louis Vuitton. Did you know Louis Vuitton in clothing comes in amazing colors? See, I just like the purse. I'm going to have to check out some of the clothing.
Yeah, we'll have to check out some of the clothing. And we're going to talk about clothing now, what the celebrities wore.
Yes.
So we're going to start with Kim Kardashian. She wears this amazing dress, and I really like it. I loved her makeup.
Yeah,
whoever did her hair and makeup, it was different from normal.
Yes.
But it was so stunning, and I loved her dress draped in pearls.
Yes.
That's what she wanted.
That was the theme of the night. A lot of the dresses were simplistic, yet they were draped in pearls.
It was like I don't think it was pure white. It was kind of like
it was almost like it's not a cream. It's almost like a mauve because it had hues of cream, but it wasn't yellow.
But the whole dress basically was the pearls, the string
Yes.
of pearls. That's how it made the dress.
Yes.
That's all it was, with a little patch of fabric by her stomach, and that
Yes.
was it. But I really liked, enjoyed it. The next one is Doja Cat.
Yes.
Did you see Doja Cat?
Did you like her
loved
little
it.
ears? I
See,
thought that was
because
so cute.
I didn't know who Karl Lagerfeld was, so
Right.
I didn't know that he had a cat.
Yes.
That's why I was wondering, because I never saw the Met Gala.
Yes.
So I was wondering why. And when I did my research, I realized, oh, he has a cat. So
Yes. And that cat was infamous as much as he was.
yes, so Doja Cat had that nice dress, body hugging dress, and then her face, and she was dressed like a cat, and it
Yeah.
was so cute. I loved it. I loved
Yes.
it. What do we have? Rihanna. What about
Yes.
Rihanna? She came full on to make a statement, and
Yes.
statement did she make? It's
Yes.
all
All
white.
that all white, and then the rose petals or the flower
The flowers,
petals.
yep.
You know, at one point I thought, I've never seen, and I call her Riri as if she's my girlfriend in my head. I was like, I've never seen Riri with so much clothing. You know, there was not very much skin.
But it stretched. It was very
Yes.
body tight and stretched over her little tummy, her
little
pregnant
bun.
tummy. Yes. And then she took off, because she had that kind of petally white thing
Yes.
over her head with the
Yes.
sunglasses. And then all of a
Yes.
sudden she unveils it, takes it
Yes.
off, takes off her sunglasses.
Yes.
And her face is immaculate. Her
Yes.
hair, her makeup
Everything.
is spotless,
Stunning.
just like you would
Stunning.
expect from Rihanna.
Yes.
I love it. Now, who do we have next? Jennifer Lopez. She
Yes.
wore a Ralph Lauren piece.
Yes.
What did you think of it?
I thought it was beautiful. I thought of you as I was watching the Met Gala because the theme of the night was pink.
Yes, and she
Different
had a little
shades.
bit of pink in hers.
She
Yes.
had pink. Almost everybody had pink.
She had the black, what is it?
The cross. It was like a cross. And
covering her chest.
Yes, and then skin. I tell you, J-Lo, girlfriend, you look better every time I see you.
Yes.
I understand, and I know she works very hard for that body.
Yeah, she does. And
she
rightfully
just got
so.
through finishing a movie, so she's been, she was like, I had to get up, I had to
Yes.
work out every day, and I had to learn how to do all these things.
She's in the
And it
best
showed-
shape of her
it
life.
showed.
She had the black, what is it? The train that
yes.
draped on the stairs.
Yes.
She looked really, really good. Only
Amazing.
J-Lo could pull that off.
Amazing.
The next one, Selma Hayek.
Yes.
Selma Hayek looked amazing in red.
Red.
And you know what I realized a lot of celebrities had? Chiffon dresses match with leather. And
Yes.
that's what she had. But
Yes.
her dress was so right on. It was the perfect red,
Yes.
the perfect style for her. And I love
Yes.
the fact that it was leather on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked really amazing. And I love the fact that she defies age. I swear she looks just as good now as she did in her 30s and 40s.
When she came out on the scene
Yeah.
from that movie, the first time I saw her was from Dusk to Dawn.
Yes. Yes.
Years ago, and she just looks just as good as
Yeah,
that.
she looked hot.
Yeah. Then we have Lil Nas X, wore a Dior. I don't know about him too much because he didn't really wear much. What was
Well,
he?
he was naked.
he was
didn't
sprayed. Was he sprayed with
I don't
paint
know.
or something?
Well, no, it was material, but it was so tight fitting. It was like he was
Okay,
naked.
because I thought all he had on was his underwear and his body was naked, and then he had some neck and headpiece or something. I couldn't quite really
I couldn't
make
really
out.
look at him. I just felt like he's naked. I just kept, because when he hit the thing and he's walking, and I was like, oh my God, is he wearing a thong? Because there was nothing to hide anything. And, I know that the Met Gala is about shock and awe. Well, baby, he gave you shock and awe.
Yes, he did.
I was like,
yes,
whoa.
Yes, he did. Okay, next we have Priyanka Chopra,
Oh,
Jonas, and
Yes.
Nick Jonas, and they came in black.
yes.
I mean, I do like Priyanka Chopra. However, I thought that dress was a bit too simple for her.
Yeah, for an event like this.
Yeah,
I
it was just
surprised.
all in black, and I would
Yeah.
have liked her to have, I mean, I don't mind all in black, but have something like,
A pop of color.
yeah, a pop of color, something that stands out.
Yeah, especially pink. Now, Lagerfeld, one of his staple go-to was black and white. So even though it's like, black and white was the theme.
Or she
So
could have
she could
added
have had
some
it
white
like-
to it.
Exactly.
It was just all black, and it's
Yes.
kind of like simple,
Yeah.
but she was cute
Yeah.
with her hubby, Nick
Yes.
Jonas. So we like that. Next, we have Lizzo. What did you think of Lizzo
Oh my
and
God.
Chanel?
I love the blacks. It was like a simple black dress, like Kim Kardashian was a simple mauve dress, except pearls. Lizzo had white pearls.
White pearls.
And the way they just accentuated in the right spot.
Surprised she didn't have her flute with her.
I know.
Like she did the previous.
That's right, to just give them a few notes. That's right.
Huh?
But no, I liked her dress a lot.
Yes. It was very simple but elegant, and I
Yes.
like the pearls.
Yes.
Then we have Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban.
Nicole, and that's once again beautiful soft pink dress. She just kind of floated.
She's always so elegant in all her
Absolutely.
dresses. And then you have Keith Urban. What was he wearing? The tux with the long tail.
Yeah.
So it wasn't
Yes.
as bold, but
Right.
Nicole Kidman was. I think he really wanted to highlight his
Yes,
wife.
and to just be there to support her, because as she walked, and they said, look at Nicole with her long hair. So I think that meant she was wearing extensions. She just, the way she would just turn.
She's timeless. She
Yeah.
never ages.
She looked amazing.
Because I remember back in the days when she was in her prime making movies.
Yes.
She still looks the same.
Yes.
Okay, we have Jared Leto next.
Yes.
Jared Leto. What do you think of him? He had two outfits,
Yes.
and I loved
The kitty
the
cat.
cat. It was that cat face was amazing.
I think
Whoever made it
Yes.
is a true professional.
Yeah, I think that the cat kind of stole the show.
Stole the show because his other outfit was good, but that cat outfit stole the show. So I loved it. Did you like it? We would
Yeah.
like to know if you liked it or not.
Yes.
Then we have next Janelle Monáe.
Yes.
She was so shocked me because that is not her.
Well, she always likes a lot of black and white.
Yes, she does.
So that part was really cool. But it was just like, it was so much of it. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, ooh, that's too much.
You know what it reminded me of?
What?
Oompa Loompa.
Yes.
That's what it reminded me
the
of.
munchkin
I could
trunk,
roll her.
the-
I could just knock her over, push her and roll her, and she would be like an
Yeah,
Oompa Loompa rolling down the
Yes.
stairs.
We're off to see the wizard. That's what it almost made you feel like that.
It felt because it was so out there. She must have had like a one of those cages under her dress to
Yeah.
make it puff out some
Well,
more.
she did, because what happens is she starts, the people who are assisting her up the steps, they start walking around her, and all of a sudden, bam, she has on this little
corset cage.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God, I've never seen her so naked.
But she really does look like like a little Tulsi in that.
I know. That was really good.
That was good. Then we have Mary J. Blige. She went daring, and she was one of the few that had color.
Yes,
Because
blue.
she had the blue, the flowery blue,
Yes.
and the boots to match.
Thigh high. That is her. That's one of her themes. Is the thigh high.
That's her kind of like characteristic.
Yep.
Because she always does those thigh-high boots, and you'll see some of her thigh, and then you'll see whatever she's wearing, shorts or a short skirt or dress.
And she had like the short on one leg and then extended down on the other leg.
She's
Mary
bold,
J.
daring, and she can pull it off.
Yes.
Mary
Yes.
J. Blige, you are just fabulous. Then we have Viola Davis.
Oh, yes.
Wow, she was in Valentino pink
Yes.
with flowers, and
Yes.
it was. I really liked it. Viola Davis. She always, every event she comes out stunning,
Yeah.
elegant.
Yes.
She's the epitome of elegance.
In addition to the clothing, I loved her afro.
Oh yes,
I loved
yes,
her
that
afro.
Was,
If you're going to do a throwback, and some of the throwbacks were to the 70s and the early 80s, got to have some afros in there.
She looked good. The whole ensemble looked really good.
Yes, I agree.
Then we have our boy Trevor Noah.
Yes.
Trevor Noah, he had to. So you know what? He actually dressed quite simple, but what made it was his hair.
Yes.
He braided his hair, and that
Yes.
was a statement piece. Because every time you see him, he's got the same hair. Like when he's like hosting the Grammys or something, same little afro.
Yeah.
And back in the days, pre-pandemic, he shaved it very, very short.
Right.
But I kind of don't mind the afro. It's okay.
No,
It looks decent. It
looked
looks good, actually.
And it was a good change on him. It really was.
Yeah, it stood out because his suit was quite simple.
Yeah.
Okay, next we have Kerry Washington.
Yes.
She had the top and skirt lace. It was navy blue. Did you see it? It was lacy on top, like a bra kind of see-through thing. Then she had the long mermaid skirt, which I really liked.
Yes.
And then she had a blue navy blazer that matched her color scheme.
Yeah.
I really like. Kerry Washington is stylish.
Yeah. Her stylist is really good, and if it's her girlfriend, you are good.
You can see that not many people could pull it off because it's kind of see-through.
Exactly.
But because of her body type, it looks really, really good on her.
Yes. Very
so Kerry
good.
Washington is another great one.
Yes.
Then we have Hailey Bailey. If you don't know who she is, she's the new Little Mermaid.
Yes.
Can't wait to see it. Cannot wait to see it.
Such a pretty little girl.
She's so cute.
Pretty.
Her and her sister both are
Yes.
cute. And I saw them recently on
That's My
My Jam.
Yes.
And I'm like, those two sisters can sing.
Yes, and they did a really good job. And you know, it's really funny because some people were like, well, why aren't you in the movie? You know, she could be the mermaid, but you could be the mermaid sister because they can both sing. But
yeah,
she looks so cute and so age appropriate.
Yes, in her white, flowery, see-through long dress.
Yes.
But what I really liked about it was if you look closely at her dress, it was sequins of pop of purple.
Yeah.
All over. I love that. And I was thinking of you, Gloria.
You know, I saw that.
Said, Gloria's going to like that because it's sequins of purple all over the place.
Yes.
It was so, oh my gosh, I loved it so much. Thank you, Hailey, for doing such a great job and getting that dress. It looked really good on you. And then we have Penelope Cruz.
Now, she wore a authentic Langerfeld dress. And the way that she had the I guess you could say the hoodie cape part that went over her head.
That was so nice.
Yes.
And it was color as well because it was kind of lightish bluish color.
Yes.
And
it had little crystals. They looked kind of bluish green throughout, embellishments all over the dress and all over the veil. It was
very, very nice.
Yes.
So
she kept saying this is vintage, and I was like, you go, girl.
Penelope Cruz.
Yeah,
you are another one like Salma Hayek, both like
they look so well.
The Latinos that look so good, and you have not aged to perfection. Either. Yes.
See, you know, they're they used to always say black don't crack. Let me tell you, I think caramel doesn't crack a lot. You know, because if you've got nice, good caramel skin, you know, you can kind of age very well.
Yeah, she looked very good, very, very good. Those were some of the highlights.
Yes.
And I forgot to say when I was talking about Kim Kardashian, her other two sisters were there.
Yes.
Kendall and Kylie. And they both, well, I liked Kylie's red dress. That was very nice, simple but very nice.
Right.
I'm not sure what to say about Kendall's outfit.
Yeah. Well, they didn't even know if Kendall and Kylie were really going to show up. They're like, well, they may be here, they may not, and you know, and then they hit the stairs, and it was like, wow.
Yeah, but I don't know about Kendall. Yeah. I really liked Kylie's dress, but Kendall it takes a bit of getting used to.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to highlight for that?
Let's see, what else? Anne Hathaway's dress was gorgeous. There was a guy, his name is Bad Bunny. And he had on the white tux with the shawl that went into like it was like a shawl. It was just on his arms, but then it extended all the way down the steps.
Okay.
And it was all petals, flower petals. I was like, you're a dude. Go with your bad self. So,
yes.
So that was really good. Who else was there that I thought? I mean,
what about
Paris Hilton walked the runway for the first time.
Yes.
This was her first time walking, and she did it, you know, as a new mom, and you know,
she looks amazing.
She looks amazing
with the leather. She had leather black dress. That was nice.
Yep. So she did really, really good. Cardi B was Cardi B. She was crazy, and she was, you know, like fabulous, and she's just so flamboyant. She's just all over the place. So it was really cute to see her.
And you were talking about who else came out with a news, Serena?
Yes. Serena, and now we know why she stepped away from tennis. she's going to have another baby. She's
Yay.
pregnant. And once again, she had on a simple black dress with pearls. You know, pearls, you can't go wrong with a good strand of pearls.
Yeah, I love pearls.
So it was a great event.
It was a great event. If you had your favorites, comment below in the description. We'd like to know your comments. And that was another great. I think that was good because that brought light to Karl Lagerfeld, who I did not know who he was.
Yes.
And now I understand a little bit more about who he is and his style and fashion.
Yeah.
So that's really great. I loved it.
And, you know, as typical, Anna Wintour, you know, she came in, she did her thing.
Oh, she looked pretty amazing as well, Anna Wintour.
And, you know, I think they said that was the 9th time that she had worn the same designer. So, you know, if you get her to wear your clothes, you're not doing too bad in life.
Yeah.
So, great job once again. It was amazing.
Yeah, another Met Gala in the books, and we look forward to the next one.
Absolutely. So I think we're 2 days away from the coronation of King Charles. They've been practicing, doing all different kinds of things. Some of the great news that I heard is that Prince Harry has RSVP'd.
Yes.
So instead of people saying, you know, this is awesome, he's going to be there to support his father and the family, they immediately start saying, well, he won't be allowed to stand here and he won't be allowed to do this. And, oh, by the way, within 2 hours of the, you know, coordination ending, he's out of here. Coronation ending, he's out of here. And
you
I'm
think
like,
so? I don't think so. He's going to be traveling all the way from the U.S.
Yes.
He's going to go there. It's his dad's big day.
Yeah.
He's going to spend some time there. Come on. It's not an
and
in and out kind of thing.
He has cousins. Just because, you know, I don't know about you, but in my family life, I can have an issue with my brother, but that doesn't prevent me from hanging out with my sister.
Right.
I mean, I understand what you have to do for the outside world. I just hope that there's going to be a little thawing. It's going to be interesting to see how the kids, you know, Prince William and Kate's kids, how they, because little Louis is kind of little bratty. So people are like, well, are they going to let him do some of the ceremony and then send him off?
Well, Louis at the Platinum Jubilee, he was a little like
he was special.
He was doing all kinds of things.
Licking his tongue. See, you know, it's like, if I was thinking, like, if I had ever done that, number one, I wouldn't have done that because I knew the, you know, results. But like, she was just talking to him and smiling, and I would have been like, you know what, when I get you out of here, you and I are going to have a different conversation. And if you don't want to have that conversation, I suggest you stop doing it.
But I thought it was kind of cute, the stuff that he did on TV.
Not licking your tongue out at your mom. You're a prince, you know. He has to be raised to a higher standard.
Well, yes, you're right about that.
Yeah,
we don't know what conversation they had behind.
Well, no,
doors.
because he keeps doing it. See, one thing I can tell you about a child, if a child is disciplined about something and the disciplinary action is not something that the child likes, they don't do it anymore. And I think that sometimes when when you're big and rich and famous, sometimes you just don't have the ability to, you know, have one-on-one with your child.
Right.
And whoever the nanny is, and I'm sure that's who got in trouble. It's not, you know, Princess Kate or Duchess Kate, whatever she is.
Right.
It's the people who are helping to raise them.
Exactly.
So that's why there's conversations now about, will the kids be there? Won't they be there?
Well, I think they'll be there because they're there. It depends how much time
they might
spend.
do the early events, and then at 6 o'clock they're like, we're done.
I'm looking forward to that, and I love it that it's this whole thing where a lot of the American hosts are going to be in the UK. Like, for instance, Lionel Richie and Katy Perry. They're flying to the UK.
Yes.
And I think they're singing, right, at the coronation.
I think they are.
So I'm going to see if I can.
Because the joke was, well, why isn't Luke going, you know?
Oh, yeah, I was wondering, why isn't Luke going?
They don't really know him.
They probably don't even know him. Well, Lionel Richie's Lionel Richie.
Yes,
Katy Perry
is Katy Perry.
She is like all out there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Are you going to watch it? Any Brits out there going to watch it? Yes. I'm half debating. I want to watch it, but I'm not sure if I can watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
I might record. That's what I'll do. I'll record it, and then I'll watch the parts that I want to watch.
When Princess Diana married, Prince Charles, I set an alarm clock and I woke up and I watched it live.
Yes,
You
we
know,
did as well. We
yeah,
watched it all the way through from start to finish, and I did
yes,
the same with Megan
yes,
and
and
Harry.
Harry,
Yep.
absolutely. So it'll be interesting to see how. I don't know why. I just keep having a feeling when I hear, Queen Camilla.
That's the
it
thing. That's
just,
why I'm debating. I'm not. Yes, it's great that we're having the coronation,
yes,
but again, I'm like you. I
yeah,
don't want that title on her, Queen. She hasn't really earned it.
right.
So
And what the way that she is in Charles' life, and I understand, when you love someone, you love someone. I just think that it just I don't know. And I'm so proud of Harry to stand up and be there because that has to be
yeah.
hard.
So we will see what happens.
We'll let you know on the other side. Well, it's been about 5 months since we lost Twitch. And so his wife, Allison, Allison Holger Boss, she is actually talking about what it's like to not have Twitch around. And the saddest thing for her, which I'm sure would be for anyone else, is her children keep asking, when is daddy coming home? And even though she's explained to them that daddy will never come back home, and she thinks that she's dotted all the I's, she's crossed the T's, they understand, and then one of her children will say, okay, it's been long enough, when is daddy coming
because
home?
the two younger ones are much younger, right? The
Right.
older daughter, who's not Twitch's biological daughter,
Right.
she probably has more understanding
Right.
and can really comprehend this. I mean, nobody
Yeah.
can really comprehend why
Right.
your dad is gone, right?
Yeah.
But she probably has a bit more understanding of this.
Exactly.
It's the two younger kids that I feel really, really bad about.
Yeah.
Because what do you like if they keep coming back and asking
Yes.
you this? I wonder how she feels at the time they're asking. What
Yeah.
can she do?
She says it just breaks her heart. And can you imagine, like, even though she's the one that's being interviewed now, in the background during the interview, they're showing Twitch. So the kids, dear God, if they see mommy on TV and they go, there's daddy.
They're like, well, where is he?
Yeah,
We
when is
see
he
him on
coming
TV.
home?
Why isn't he home?
Yeah.
That's a thing that they need to understand, and they
Yeah.
probably won't for many
No.
years to come.
They probably won't. And because they're so young, they will eventually grow out of the point of asking for where daddy is.
Right.
But it's really hard because even Tyler Perry came out and he was saying that he actually attempted to suicide twice. And he's like, you just don't know how low lows are.
Wow.
When you're out there and you're trying to do things. And, thank God that he said, he wasn't successful in his attempts, or he wouldn't be where he is today.
Wow.
So we're just going to continue to reiterate to everyone that there are national associations and agencies specific for mental health. They're all over the place. You can just go to Google and just type in the word mental, and by the time you get L, they'll start coming up, and these resources are available.
You
to
can
help.
even don't feel you're alone. I feel
Yes.
like many people think they're alone. Speak
Yes.
to your good friend.
Yes.
Speak to your spouse if you can. Speak
Yeah.
to someone that you could confide in and talk about this, because the worst thing for someone in that situation is to have everything bottled up and feel they're alone
Yes.
and no one understands them.
Yes.
Talking to someone and reaching out, really, you never know what kind of hand people are going to bring to you and help you. And like Gloria said, if you can't rely on anyone, reach out to those hotlines.
Absolutely. So if you've been watching American Idol, we went from top 24 to top 12, and now we're at the top 10. My girl, that child can sing. She did, what was the song
Whitney
she did?
Houston.
Yes. She just,
I forget the name of it. I don't even want to sing it. Share My Life.
yeah,
I
it's
forget
just,
what it is.
it's just
what is it called?
her voice. And what I like about the singers this season is nobody, even if they sing a Whitney Houston song, they put their spin on it. This is very different. Before, they were being judged by, do you sound like Whitney? Do you hit the notes like Whitney? And now the judges are saying, I like how you shifted. I like how you changed it up. What is his name? I Am Tungi. He did a song, Bring It On Home. I mean, I like the way that they are just doing things different than just singing. They are really feeling the music.
Yeah, so those are the two, Wiani and Ian Tongi, I really liked.
Yes.
The other person I really like is Zachariah Smith.
Yes.
He is so good. And he changed it up this past week. Instead of doing like a fast beat one, he did a slow one.
Yeah.
But he still knew how to bring it on stage. He is an entertainer.
He is an entertainer.
He knows how to work the stage. And he's been like that since day one.
Yes.
Nobody's taught him anything.
Yes.
That's just comes so naturally to him.
And it was really interesting how, they're down to the final 3 and he's still on stage, and I'm like, I can't believe he's still there.
Yeah.
And then they said his name.
I'm glad, because I kind of, in a way, was hot and cold about Nutsa.
Yeah.
And the reason why I think she was gone, I think because, and this is might be prejudice, but I think it's the reason. When she sings, the only thing that is a bit off-putting is her accent comes through.
Right.
And that can be off-putting when you're singing songs.
That's true.
Especially when the previous week she did a slow song. And when she sings slower songs, it really shows her.
Yes.
Her accent, you can really hear it.
Right.
So I think that's a bit off-putting. Even though she's an amazing singer.
Right.
Her accent, I mean, I don't know. That could be what
happened.
Yeah, what happened.
Yes. So, who do you like? Comment below. Let us know who you like. So, a few months ago, we did the inductees into the Hall of Fame, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. However, that was for 2022. And now they are doing the inductees for 2023. Just to name a few: Missy Elliott, George Michael, Willie Nelson, Sheryl Crow, the Spinners, and there are many, many more. I don't know if this is just the initial pass. And like last year, at the end of the year, they'll say, this is the final ones. But for right now, those are the ones under consideration. I was really surprised. I was like, Willie Nelson's been around forever. But he's considered more country than rock and roll.
But what about Missy Elliott? She's nowhere near rock and roll.
No, she is rap all the way,
Well, it's like Dolly Parton. She didn't want to accept it,
No,
right?
because she was like, I'm not. But then she said, I'll do a rock and roll album since you're going to induct me. Because, yeah. And then, just so you all know, we were just talking about American Idol, and it just clicked. This is the last touring season for Aerosmith. So, our boy, he's going to be, he was an American Idol judge.
Yes, he was.
Forever. And, I used to think he is such a dirty old man. Because, I remember Steven Tyler was sitting there one time, and it was Steven and Randy and
J-Lo.
I think it was J-Lo. And this young girl is singing, and he says, just stick a fork in it and call me Papa. And I thought to myself, you dirty old man. But, I mean, I know, and he's been having some, mental issues too. And our thoughts and prayers go out to him. And I understand, when you're a musician and all of a sudden you don't have nothing to do, Stephen, you are an exceptional man. I mean, even when you perform, you're really good, and when you're no longer performing for large audiences, maybe you can go and hang out at some of the senior centers and sing for people who will love and appreciate your music. You've been blessed to make a lot of money. Maybe give your time, which will keep you busy.
What he could do, instead of doing these big tours, you know how some famous singers, they do intimate tours.
Yes.
Have you seen those? They'll do it in some kind of coffee house or something, or a lounge.
Or dinner,
dinner or a lounge, and you only allow like 20 people.
Yes.
Maybe he could do that, but I don't know, because his songs need to be out there on stage.
We don't want you to go away. But I understand touring is very hard.
It is.
Very hard. So congratulations on all the inductees, and congratulations on Aerosmith on your last year, your last tour. Amazing. We shared with you last week that Ed Sheeran is being sued by the estate of Marvin Gaye because they said that his song sounds a lot like Marvin Gaye's song. So I guess they started the preliminary investigations and court summaries and things like that. And Ed Sheeran came out and basically said, number one, he said, I would never do that. I would never copy someone else's sound or music. Like we said, there's only so many chords.
Right.
And chords are going to sound like chords.
Right.
The sad thing is that Ed Sheeran said that if he was found guilty, he is done. Because when you are a creative person, you have to let that creativity express. And if you go from letting it express to being worried that somebody else is going to think you copied something that they did, that takes away the joy. So I hope
he doesn't do that, because it's so sad.
Yeah.
I mean, in a way, it seems like he's defeated.
Yeah. Or he is.
Yeah. So yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
it really is. It is defeat.
Because my husband was like, "Oh, just give him $2 million and say go away," and I told him, I said, "Yeah, then you have to run the risk. Someone else is sitting on the sidelines, and they're like, well, if they got $2 million, I want 4. It could just be a big mess."
Yeah.
I just think that if it's not, AAB, CCD, and there's no one else that uses AAB, CCD, then that's a copy. But if those chords are everywhere, because we have millions of songs, we know they're everywhere, then I just don't, I don't get it.
Yeah, we're going to have to see what the outcome
Yes.
is, but we're keeping
Yeah.
our fingers crossed,
Yeah.
and positive vibes for Ed Sheeran.
Yes. So this morning, we go through this, I think it's once a quarter, where they look at the inflation rate. Is it slowing? Is it steadfast? What's going on? Rosetta and I spent a lot of time talking to you last week about inflation, and if you just stop buying things and stop spending money unnecessarily, inflation will go down, because they will have no choice but to reduce it in order to get our money. Because we had another bank that almost failed Republican, and J. Morgan Chase took it over, and those banks are now Chase banks. Instead of people freaking out and going, oh my God, it was just like, you went inside the bank and they say, welcome to Chase, even though it said Republican up on the marquee. So they did raise it 1.25%. However, the sense was that this might be the last one for a while. I think that Americans are finally getting to the point that if in 2019 I paid $2 for a can of Coke, and in 2023 I'm paying $5 for a can of Coke, maybe I don't need that Coke after all.
It's pretty shocking how much things are costing us these days compared to before. I know that we always have price increases, but to increase this much, it's quite a lot. I mean, I would rather go without than have to pay that price.
Exactly. And I think that we're finally getting people to realize it. The sad thing is that a friend of mine knows a chef, and the chef told her, my prices are pretty much the same. Yet when you go to a restaurant now, the prices are ridiculous. So I think everybody, like we always say, it takes a village. We're all going to have to collaborate on this together. I remember I told you I went to the Egg Ranch place thinking it's cheaper, and they wanted $10.95 for a flat of eggs, just like they wanted $10.95 in the grocery store. Well, would you believe they're $5 a flat now?
Yeah, wow.
The price went up, people stopped going, the price went down. Because when you're a ranch farm and all you do is ranch eggs, you have to make those eggs affordable for the consumers, or you're going to have a lot of eggs. And that's what people have to think about everything. If you want the prices to go down, you have to say, I'm not paying $26 now for a 12 pack of paper towels from Costco. Used to be $10.
They don't have 12 packs, do they, in Costco?
Well, there are 4 packs, and then there used to be 16. because there was a 4-pack and there were 4 in it.
Okay.
Now there's 4 in each pack, but I think they say it's only 3 deep, or even if it's 16. How did we go from $10 to almost $30?
I don't know.
So we'll keep an eye on these little happy things, and we hope you do too. And if you know of tricks, and if we find places where we found, if you're looking for anything, this is a good go-to place, we'll let you know. One of these days we're going to make it through a whole chat without talking about mass shootings. However, not today.
Yeah, maybe one of these days. We'll see. I don't know. I don't foresee it in the near future. But
Maybe.
You've all been listening to the news, and you've heard about Texas, the shooting.
Yes.
The one guy that was shooting in his yard with an AK-15 style rifle. And the lady went over her neighbor and asked him if he could stop shooting. Then what does he do? He immediately goes over and shoots up 5 people in their family.
Yeah. 4 adults and a child, a baby, a child.
It's pretty, I can't even wrap my head around that. It's just, I can't. It's just too much to even think about him. What was he thinking?
Right.
He must be, for someone to do that, they must be mentally unstable.
Yeah.
Because normal people don't just do that. If someone asks, and for one,
yeah,
the normal person wouldn't be shooting AK-15 in the yard to begin with, right?
Right.
In a neighborhood that has neighbors around your house.
That has children.
Yes.
Especially when you have children outside playing. It's scary enough where everybody, New Year's Eve, they shoot up in the air. I remember my dad used to do that for years. And then one day, we were inside the house, and my brother said to him, and he was a baby, he goes, "Where bullets go?" My dad said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Where bullets go?" My dad never did that again, because he never thought about, because when he started this, process, he was young and he was out on a farm. So when you shoot, all it does is fall down on the ground.
Right.
But when you're in a neighborhood, what goes up, and I live next to an area where they rent it out for parties. Oh my God, they start shooting like at 7 o'clock on New Year's Eve. And it's like boom, boom, and it's like, why are you all doing that? But that just goes to show you. And NRA, okay, no one has ever said to you that they don't want guns in America. They just don't want repeat guns in America. Do you know what a golden opportunity it would be for you to eliminate repeat guns on the streets and to put them in the hands of the military and the police where they belong? And the police should only be like SWAT. It shouldn't be the regular police walking the beat, because those police need to learn their communities. Because I know and believe in my heart, if you know the people in your community and you see somebody doing something bad, instead of shooting them, you'll say, "Come here, you know better. I'm gonna tell your mama what you're doing." You wouldn't shoot them. But because they don't know, like that man shooting through the door, well, he was big and black. He was still a child. Yeah, he was 6'2", but he was still a kid.
Crazy.
So this week, that was our challenge, and we just keep hoping and praying that this too shall pass.
Yeah, we don't want it to be, it's too bad, but it's a daily occurrence. Mass shootings have been coming very few. Good news comes out of these shootings.
Yeah.
It's always, they say mass shootings are 4 or more people, and that's what they're doing, mass shootings.
Yeah.
Just kind of very sad. Very, very sad. Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone, you know that me and Gloria have been doing this show for quite a while now.
Yeah.
Our chat show. And do you know that I'd like to today turn the tables a bit and talk about what we do. Do you know what we do?
Yes.
Who are we?
Yes.
As Gloria and Rosetta.
Yeah.
And today I'm going to be talking about Gloria. Gloria is the owner of Ancient Stones Nurturing Naturals, an
Yes.
all mineral makeup company. Did you know that? Well, if you didn't, now you do.
Now you know.
So, what does that mean? When you're an all mineral makeup company, you make all mineral makeups.
Absolutely.
And you know exactly what goes in the makeups.
Yes.
And I'm going to ask Gloria, what is the difference between your mineral makeup as opposed to commercial mineral makeups? And when I talk about commercial, I talk about things like there is a commercial in the shopping malls. I nearly forgot
Yes.
the name of that, and it's something mineral. What is it called?
There's Bare Minerals.
Bare Minerals.
Yes. There's Bare Essentials.
Bare Essentials.
The high end is Jane Iredell. Jane has her whole line of minerals, and so a lot of commercials, some of them are, my minerals are all loose powder. So I tease people, they're alive. They're like little powders. My ingredient list is very, very simple. It is mica. Mica is pigment, comes in over 500 different colors. So I don't have to put red dyes or anything like that to get the color I want. I just buy the colors and then I mix them together to create the resulting color that I want. I have titanium dioxide. Titanium dioxide is very, very strong in reflecting light. So when you see, you'll be really, now that I'm telling you, you'll see titanium dioxide in everything. It's in toothpaste. Makes those teeth white and pearly. Pretty. Then I have iron oxide, chromium oxide. I have ultramarine blue is a color. It's in a lot of products. I don't know if you noticed the commercial now where they show on the dark skin and they show the little dots and there's a little blue dot and a green dot.
Yeah.
And people are like, well, blue and green. Sometimes pigments like that, you need, different colors in order to boost, to generate the color that you want. I have some customers who, they don't like this natural glowy look. They want a goth matte look. So I have a mineral powder that I can add in, and it's a mineral clay powder. And
what does that mean, mineral clay?
You can actually buy clay that is a commercial version, God knows what's in it, or you can buy a mineral clay and it's just mineral powder that they take and make, and that's what they use to facilitate the clay. And that's it for the powders. And then with those powders, I can do foundation, blush, concealer. I can create a veil that allows me to take down the sheen. So if your skin overproduces oil, then this is a great product for you to use because it kind of absorbs the oil. And then I have a product that I call Sensation. And if you want to call something an SPF, you have to put chemicals in it. I don't want chemicals in my products, so I call it Sensation because my titanium dioxide reflects the sun away. That is a good natural component. My powders, you put them on, and then I have the world's best makeup setting spray, the Ancient Elixir, which sets the makeup on your face, keeps it off your clothes.
And with that elixir, there's only very few ingredients.
Yes, that is distilled water, silver, antifungal, antibacterial, and copper, antifungal, antibacterial. And in addition, copper naturally increases the elasticity of the skin, so you don't have to use Botox. And what I do with my ladies is I always tell them, you do your face once. You get your makeup the way you want it. You just close your eyes, you spray, you let the makeup, and it's like a molecular structure. You have the dry minerals, and then even though the elixir is wet, it's wet minerals, and it creates like a molecular structure. And what that does is it allows your pores to breathe while shielding your skin from the elements.
I love it. And mineral makeups, if it's the right makeup, not the commercial ones, because
yes,
I know that the commercial ones, they do use a bit of minerals, but they put
Yeah.
a lot of fillers in. Is that correct?
That's correct. And if you look at the ingredients, I'm all about reading ingredients. I'm all about education, And I have customers tell me, I can't read that fine print. Take your phone, take a picture, stretch it so you can read it.
That's a good thing, because a lot of times when there's too many ingredients, they have to put it so they can fit all of it, and it's
Right.
too hard to read. And they do that on purpose because
Absolutely.
they know that you're not going to
You're not
really
going to take the time
to do it. But if you're conscious about what's in your products,
Yeah.
take your phone, take a picture, and you can blow it up and
Yes.
magnify it so you can see all the different ingredients. Because there was an incident, and this lady said she was allergic to mineral makeups, right?
Right.
And I didn't know why, and I wanted to introduce her to you.
Right.
And she said, no, I can't because I'm allergic to mineral. And so one day she met you, and
Yes.
you talked to her, and what was the outcome? What happened?
Well, the reason that she said she was allergic, she had tried, like Bare Minerals, Bare Essentials. And what you do on your ingredients list is you go from highest volume to low. So whatever you put the most of, that's high. And then at the end, you will notice they start out with bismuth oxychloride. That is a filler, and that filler gives a nice slip. So they are banking on the fact that you like how smooth it feels going on your skin more than you like what it's doing inside your skin. So when I met the lady, we had a nice talk, and I was just being cute. I was like, are you allergic to dirt? And she goes, as a matter of fact, I am. Okay, that kind of stopped me in my tracks, because I don't know any person on planet Earth that's never rolled around in the mud, and had fun on the beach. So I said, okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to just play with a little bit. And so I gave her a little bit of a test. I put like a little shadow on her, and then she kind of went away and she came back. I sprayed her face with the elixir, and I told her, I said, if you're going to have a reaction, it's going to happen really fast. She had no reaction, and she was so happy because she's like, I can wear makeup.
That's amazing. See what happens when you go from using commercial, you have no idea what fillers are causing your allergic reaction,
right,
to nurturing naturals, mineral makeups.
That's right.
Because you know what's going to be in there, and you don't
That's
have to
right.
get a magnifying glass to blow
No.
up the ingredients.
No. I mean, I understand later on in life he kind of lost his mind. However, the early version of Dr. Oz, he always said, when you're buying products, look for the ones with the least amount of ingredients.
Exactly.
And that's what I do in life, and that's what I do as a manufacturer, is to provide.
I love it. And I do use her lipstick. I have her powders, I have
Yes.
the blush, and I have the elixir. The elixir is really great. So we're going to put the information down below, and it'll be a link to her website and all her information if you want to get in contact with her.
Yes.
And for anyone out there that's local, she has the studio in Santa Clara.
Yes.
So you can call and make an appointment to come and
Yes.
check it out.
Absolutely. See it and feel it for yourself. Because I always tell people, I can talk. However, if you just let me touch you, even if you just let me spray the elixir on you, you will be amazed at how minimal the spray is and how massive the results are.
Love it. Thank you
Yes.
so much, Gloria.
Yes.
And now you know, Gloria, that's what she does.
Yes, and next week, well, when we get back together on our next chat, we're going to talk a little bit about Rosetta, because Rosetta wears many hats. She is an amazing, amazing coach, and we're going to talk about all these hats that she wears.
Thank you.
Well, as always, we thank you so much for your time. We feel the love in the room. We send it back out to you. We want you to go out and have a wonderful, blessed day, and bless people with your spirit and your energy. That's important.
So important. Yes. Thank you so much. And I'm going to say again, for you new people watching, we'd love for you to hit that thumb icon. Please consider subscribing to our channel and hit that bell notification. That just means that you won't miss any of our chats.
Right.
Thank you so much, everyone. And we are Silicon Valley Girls Chat Over Tea.
And
remember to always keep smiling. Bye.
Bye.
Take care.